afternoon internet, and welcome back to the channel. So it's Friday afternoon, it's the 18th, is it the 18th? I'm sure it is, the 18th of November, and what time is it? It's 2:15 in the afternoon. It's a very cloudy day. It's not very warm, but it's alright I suppose, but not, well, yeah, it'll do. And thought I'd get out for a ride, try and get some more kilometres on the old guerrilla, and get it, sooner it's done, the sooner I can get the service done on it, which is a most important thing. So let's get this down here, shall we not? Okay, right, get it all fired up. Hopefully it'll just fire up, let do his little thing with the clock. And there we go, Okay. Just look at the mud on this road here. Can you see it all? Look at this. This was an absolute nightmare. All the farmers, like, you know, doing the fields, yeah. And they just left this a total mud bath. Absolutely terrible, really was. Now I just thought of something that I forgot to do, and that is put this into eco mode, because thinking of what I said before, it automatically switches on now. I don't know if I can actually do this. I can do it. What? Oh no, that just came straight back to, okay, eco mode, right, okay. Right, now this isn't particularly going anywhere special. This is just a little ride, just to literally get some kilometres on this biker. Oops, keeping an eye on the old revs there. I'm just hoping that it's not going to rain. So I've got my backpack on. I don't like riding with a backpack, but for the moment that's what it's going to have to be. So I've got my backpack on with my waterproofs in and any other bits and pieces that I need to carry. Me insurance lock that I had to get as well, because every time you take an insurance out now, they want if it's for like a new insurance, which this one was, because I obviously cancelled my insurance that I had on the Transalp, and then I took it out on this one. So technically it was a new insurance, even though the one for the Transalp had been going for years, like. But yeah, because of that, you have to give them a certificate, an insurance certificate, and a receipt for the new lock, you know. So I had to go and get all that. So that's arrived now. I have all that. Things we have to do for our bikes. And yet the best of it is, I mean, it is a good lock. I mean, it's a nice bit of kit, but unless you can chain it round something, you know, like a lamppost or I don't know, whatever, they're just going to pick it up and put it in the back of a truck anyway, and that's it really. Now I've got my newfangled earplugs in again, and I've got to be honest, they do make a big difference, they really do. They don't, you know, people. I read some of the things on the internet where people say, well, you can't hear what's going on around you. Well, you can quite easily. So they're not that bad at all, but they just make it, they just take that bit of wind noise out, because like I said before, it doesn't really matter how good your helmet is, you know, you still get a bit of wind noise. Excuse me. I'm just trying to see what have I done so far. 154 kilometres I've done. So I really need to get this up. I'm hoping that tomorrow the weather will be decent and I can get out tomorrow as well. They're certainly gutting that house there, I tell you. But by the time they've actually left what's left of it, I think they might as well have knocked it down and started again. That's what I think that's what I'd have done when I was in the building trade, but there again. Well, that gets us out in the countryside a bit, eh? I tell you what, this morning it was blue skies, yeah, really quite nice and pleasant, nice and sunny, and I thought to myself, do you know what, this will be sound. And then it turns out like this, the weather changes that quickly, doesn't it, eh? But it's nice when you can get on these sort of roads, because you can get up into 6. You can get up into 6 and you know, go with the flow of the traffic, but stay under your 4,000. Get that little engine nicely freeing up, get it near to the service and get it in. It's not, to be honest with you, it's not because I want to get the service done, it's because I want to get the service done before the real bad weather gets here, because, you know, with over a 2-hour, well, nearly 3-hour ride, because I have to go up the back way, it's just, if the weather's bad, it's just horrible, you know, it really is. So I cleaned off all that waxy stuff that they put on in the factory, and you know, years ago, and I know everything's changed in this day and age, but years ago, if you picked up a new bike and it had its PDI waiting for the customer to pick it up, that wax would have gone. They wouldn't have let it come out with that, you know, and I get it. In this day and age, that seems to be the norm, you know. I'm not saying it's bad customer services, but it just does seem to be what happens these days, you know. And it is a little bit annoying, really, you know, because like I said, years ago, that would have been cleaned off and probably all nicely oiled up. So I got it off. I mean, it came off easy, you know, no problem at all, and cleaned it off with some paraffin, as if you saw the video, which I hope you did. Excuse me, still got the cough. Anyway, and I remember years ago, back in the 70s and 80s, I mean, motorcycle accessories in those days were nowhere like they are, you know, nowadays. And we always used, well, I anyway, and a lot of people that I knew, we used to lube our chains up with gear oil, you know, 75-80, decent quality gear oil, and you know, just put it on with a brush. And a good thing with gear oil is it doesn't really you know, I mean, you don't have to put loads on, so you know, you use a bit of common sense, and then it doesn't fling off everywhere. But if it does come off, it's easy to clean off your bike, literally with, you know, paper towel or a bit of rag. Whereas a lot of these chain sprays, even the little one that I use, it tends to sort of solidify a bit, you know. And so I thought to myself, you know what, I mean, I never had any trouble with my chains lasting in those days, and I'm just going to go back to that. So that's exactly what I did. I got my gear oil out, and I did the Himalayan as well, you know. I cleaned all that down, so yeah, that's me, well happy. Chain's done, chain's lubed up, and that's what I'm going to use from now on. I mean, the thing is, I know carrying the aerosols make it dead easy if, you know, if you're touring or you go away, but to be fair, you get yourself, you know, one of them little hand wash bottles or something like that, you know, or little spray canister bottles, and you just use one of, you know, you just carry one of them with you. No big deal really, is it? So yeah, that's it. And of course, it's cheap as chips. I think it was 2 litres of gear oil. I don't know, I think it was like €8 or something. Now, a tin of chain lube, I mean, even the cheapy ones are like €8-9, going up to like €20. I mean, it's a no-brainer really, isn't it? All you're doing, don't forget, all our chains have already got the O-rings in, you know, they are factory lubricated. It's as simple as that. All we're doing, we're just making it glide easier, you know. So yeah, that's it. So that's what I'm going to do from now on. This is a nice bit of road here, eh? Nice bit of just a nice stretch of road, and it's good, you know, it's good to get the bike moving. If I remember rightly, somewhere around here there's a load of beehives, and I always remembered a few years ago I was coming round here, and there was luckily I was in the car, there was bees everywhere. Or they was all, you know how they swarm, they was all over the road, and oh dearie me, I don't know if they've actually got, to be honest with you, I can't exactly remember where it was. It is on this road somewhere, but I can't exactly remember where. But yeah, now this bit of a town here, which we have been through this before, you have to be careful, because a bit further on up here they have the priority from the right, and unless you know this, it can cause you, as you can imagine, all sorts of grief. I don't know why France has this rule, I really don't. It seems, to me, it just seems that stupid, it really does. It's actually worse coming back, because all these side roads here, here's one, look, see? Now, I don't think they exactly knew what was what there. Now, this one's the same here. This road on my right has priority. Not that there's nothing coming up here, but they had the priority. But going back the other way, yeah, come here now. Over the years, this is a bad bit of road, this is. As you can probably tell by my voice, over the years going through there, I've seen some real, you know, close escapes, and I've seen bumps as well, so yeah. Bit of a big dairy farm there, eh? Mind you, in this area that I live in, the Breton, it's more dairy farms than actually anything else, you know. Because my son, he's training to be a farmer. God bless him. He's 15 and he's actually, you know, they do so many weeks at school. Well, it ain't school. He hates it when I says he's at school. He's like, Dad, it's at school. No, it's a place called, well, I say lycée, the French say lycée, I think they pronounce it, something like that anyway. And so these are his final years now. He's got 3 years left doing this. He'll be 18 when he leaves. And he does like so many weeks working on the farm, and then so many weeks, you know, back at the lycée. And so for the last 2 weeks he's been on the farm, and of course excuse me, it sort of opens his eyes, because, you know, farming's okay in the summer, even though it was a wet summer, but at least it's warm and that. But, you know, he gets a bit of an eye-opener this time of the year when it's, you know, cold, wet, muddy. He's the farm that he's on at the moment is an actual dairy farm, you know. Then the next one that he's going on will be a pig farm. Now, you know, because the Bretons, they like the pigs, yeah, they like the pigs. The pigs is cushion and cows are vache. Hey, oh dear. It's a bit busy here. It's not normally busy like this, but hey ho, such is life. I got me a nice big bug. It's straight in the middle of my helmet, eh? We'll just sneak out of there a bit quick, I think, and go down this way. There you go. Oops. There's some wicked, oh, new building going up there. God, blige. Try and get onto a bit of a flat bit of road, eh? Now this is Pont l'Abbé that we're coming into now. Well, I'm not too sure why it's so busy this time of the day in good old France. It's not normally this busy, but never mind. This is a seriously bad bit of road though, blimey. Now you see this building here, look, yeah? If I can stop shaking, that one there, yeah? That years ago, because there's a river that runs there, little stream more than a river, and that there is where you can all take your washing and do it for free, yeah? It's the municipal wash place, eh? You all get your smalls out there and whack them out and clean them out and everything else. about how busy it is today. There's I don't know, just seems to be a lot of people around. Take it the tide's out by the look of it, because this is obviously tidal fed. Have a little ride through the sure, I've had this van behind me for miles now. Now this again is my right of way. See, crazy, innit? Although this is a main road, I've come out onto it, so I get priority, like he should have done there, yeah, see? But even the French get confused. So holiday makers don't stand a hope in hell's chance, really, do they? When you think about it. I don't know what this way is here. This is something new here. The local gendarmes, look, eh? The gendarmerie, as they say. Don't upset them buggers, eh? I mean, this isn't my normal sort of ride, yeah, but it's different for a change. Anything just to get a few miles on you, which is what it's all about, really. Starting to look very dark, and I've a couple of spots of rain, nothing drastic, but a few. Look at that, I remembered to cancel my indicator. I think I'm getting used to where they are now. They're so small, like I said in the first time, they're so small, them little green arrows, that, you know, you hardly notice them flashing, but never mind, eh? I get the feeling that this front tyre and wheel aren't balanced up very good. Yes, it's got a weight on it, I'm quite aware of that, but it just doesn't feel like it's properly balanced to me. Through all my life of fitting tyres, whether it be motorcycle or car, and believe you me, I've fitted a lot of tyres in my life. I have always put the red dot next to the valve, always. Now I don't know if that's myth, I don't know if it actually makes a difference, but that's what I've done, that's what I've always done. Now I did notice that this one certainly isn't by the valve, which there again, does it make a difference? I don't know, but you can sort of feel that this isn't, well, to me it feels like it's not quite balanced right. Now I know sometimes people say, oh, you know, get a couple of 100 miles on them, you know, before you recheck them or before you balance them, and that's what I'll do, to be honest. I'm not going to do it yet. I'm going to get this first service out of the way, and then when it's in the garage on a rainy day, which I'm sure we're bound to get quite a few, then I'm going to take the wheel off and I'll balance it up, because it doesn't. Having said that as well, I don't think these tyres are the perfect choice for this bike. Again, that's just my opinion. They're like semi-knobbly tyres, and I can't see the point myself. I don't get it to why, you know, this isn't an off-road bike. They've sort of marketed this, haven't they, as a sort of, you know, as a sort of bit of a toury, sporty bike. So I don't see why it wants semi-knobblies on, and I think maybe that doesn't help. Like with the Himalayan, you know, I get it why there's the sort of tyres on them that there is, and that's fine, but with this I just don't get it. So I'm gonna let it all settle in, and then I'll balance them up, but then I may be very tempted to change these tyres and put, you know, just road tyres on, because that's all I want. You know, I don't want, you know, I mean I wouldn't off-road with the Himalayan, so I'm certainly not going to off-road with this, you know. So yeah, get a set of Michelin on it, you know where you are then. A 110 speed limit, and there's me keeping it, hey look, being a good boy that I am, and that's what it's all about. Right, okay, well, I'm just going to carry on. I'm going to I want to try and get it up to 200, which it should do, or probably over the 200, and then I'm going to head back, and hopefully tomorrow I might get out for the little ride as well. Sunday, the weather is supposed to be horrendous here on Sunday. There's quite a big storm coming down from the UK, I think it is. So yeah, there you go. Right, okay, look, I know this hasn't been much of a ride, it's just basically me getting out, trying to get the kilometres or kilometres put on this bike, but yeah, I hope you've enjoyed coming along. This is the way to run in a new bike as far as I'm concerned. Right, I'll catch you all in the next video. If you've enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up, I hope you have, and if you're not subscribed, it's alright, I'm just looking at the signpost as well, because I wasn't. Hang on a sec, let's just get round this island before I say bye for now. Because I'm not quite sure where. Oh, I know where we are. Hang on a sec, we got another island to go around, so bear with me, and then I'll do me signing off, eh? Just get on the straight and narrow. Okay, right, definitely going now. Yeah, if you like this, give me a thumbs up. I'd love you to subscribe. I hope you've enjoyed this. I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves.